Hello, huge movie fanatic Nate, stopping on by, continuing my series of videos of movie-related drawings that I did when I was a preteen and a teenager. Today we're going to show you some drawings that I did from the Evil Dead series. This one, I got into Evil Dead when I was 13, and I don't know for exactly, but I'm pretty sure there's a good chance that I did this drawing when I was 13. This is, of course, looks to be the original Book of the Dead from the original movie. I actually really like my Evil Dead font there. And, the drawing of the Book of the Dead, although it is simple, it does capture, in my opinion, the feel of the book and kind of the feel of the original movies. So, once again, I probably did that when I was 13. This is the simplest of all the drawings that I'm going to share with you today. Simple, but kind of effective, I gotta say. I mean, I don't know, this drawing, although it's really simple, it does something for me, I don't know. This, of course, is a much more, a little better drawing, of course, technically, and it's of Ash when he's possessed from Evil Dead 2. I just don't know why the hell I do drawings on this lined paper, but if you really look at the drawing, it's funny how the lines kind of disappear. But I've done so many drawings on lined paper, and in this case, I mean, it's like a good drawing, but it's kind of ruined by the fact that it's on lined paper. Maybe when I started, I don't expect that it's going to turn out as good as it ends up turning out, but nevertheless, this is Evil Ash, or whatever, Possessed Ash from Evil Dead 2, and I probably did this when I was 13 or 14, I'm not exactly sure, but obviously it wasn't before the age of 13, because that's when I saw the movies, so Evil Ash or Possessed Ash from Evil Dead 2. Now there were all kinds of drawings, and this I think is from a comic book from Army of Darkness. So, I looked at the cover, I think it was from the cover of this Army of Darkness comic book. I think I looked at the cover and just, I didn't trace this, but I looked at the cover and freehanded it. So, that's mostly what I did when I, did drawings, is looked at other drawings or looked at other, paused movie scenes or whatever to draw. And the best drawings is stuff that, I'm drawing from, either another drawing or, drawing from a still from a movie or something. But this, I think, is on the cover of some Army of Darkness comic book. I think I probably did this maybe when I was 16, because that's the age I was when Army of Darkness came out, I think. And there was all kinds of stuff going around, paraphernalia, comic books, and Army of Darkness stuff when the movie came out. So that's my Army of Darkness Ash that I did. So definitely better than the first one with the very simplistic Book of the Dead, in my opinion. And then we continue on with, this is probably drawn from the poster of Army of Darkness, the original theatrical poster, I would imagine. I did my best at trying to duplicate that, and as you can see, I kind of probably screwed up the face or whatever, and erased and redone or whatever, but probably did again when I was 16, I would imagine. Now there was a magazine, a movie magazine that I had at the time that showed, I think this was drawn out of a magazine from a picture, still photo from Army of Darkness. I actually really kind of like this. I think this I did after the fact when I was at school in art class. I don't know why the fuck I did this. It's really kind of frustrating with the paint. If it wasn't for that, this would be really cool. It still is really cool, but the face to me has got a really cool surrealistic thing about it, And it's completely ruined by these paint dabblings that I did. But like I say, I think that's from a magazine still photo from Army of Darkness, ruined by whatever the hell I did that for. And this again is from Army of Darkness comic book, I think. This is a frame from that comic book, and I'm just basically, it says 93 there. Nate 93, I basically, drew my rendition of the part from the comic book. I thought this was a really cool image of, the whatever's demon-possessed thing coming out of the frickin' sludge and attacking Ash, so I did my rendition of it as seen in the comic book. And this is kind of just like a doodling page here with all kinds of stuff, as you can see. But to finish off my Evil Dead related franchise drawings from when I was a teenager, we've got another rare occasion of a color picture, color drawing of, obviously, I don't know what they call them, just Ash, double, Ash and Evil Ash being separate or splitting apart in their process of becoming Ash and Evil Ash or whatever. But that's a pretty cool, again, like I said, I mean, a rare occasion will actually dabble in coloring. And as you can see, we've got a really, really cool, I don't know why I couldn't have done that on a separate page, really cool Charlie Chaplin drawing there. I was just getting into Charlie Chaplin at the time as well. That's a really good likeness. And then we've got a Jason Goes to Hell kind of scribbling of Jason up there and just some random stuff. But that'll conclude this video of the frickin' Evil Dead related or Evil Dead franchise drawings, stuff that I did when I was a teenager. It's pretty cool. I mean, I haven't drawn for such a long time. When I look at this stuff, I say, gosh, that's like an actual artist did that. So that's pretty cool. So thank you very much for watching this video, and as always, we'll catch you on the next one.